Okay, in this video what I'm going to do is show you how to create your own typography or decorative lettering. So for our decorative lettering, I'm going to teach you two different types of typography: bubble letters and block letters. Alright, so we're going to start with bubble and then move on to block letters. So what I suggest you get is a pencil to start with, because you need something you can erase. I like mechanical pencils, but you can do this with any kind of pencil. And choose your word. And I'm just going to use the word art. So I lightly write my word in my own handwriting, spacing out my letters neatly. Okay, now here's the cheat that makes bubble letters much more easy. If you trace around your letter, and anywhere there's a point, you put a curve, you can create a bubble letter with very little effort. Just trace around it. Trace around the last one, and there you go. I have the word art in bubble letters. Then I erase the letter that's inside, and no one knows that I use that little cheat to make it happen. If your letters have any holes in them, like my A does, I will have to come back in here and add it. So now it looks right. Now, if you want to play with the thickness or thinness of it, you can rewrite that word. Again, in your own handwriting, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then you can be closer to it to get a skinnier bubble letter. That means that this hole in the middle would be bigger also. And I can get a much skinnier bubble letter that way. Or I can exaggerate it and really make them big if I want to. You can also add embellishments and extra things to the end of them. Like a lot of times we'll see that they have arrows or something like that added to the end of it. As long as you erase the letter that you had inside, it looks right when you're done. Okay, so let's go through block letters. Block letters, you follow the same steps. So first I'm going to write my word, my own handwriting. But this time, instead of putting a curve around the end of each letter, you're going to do a straight line. Trace around it still, straight line at the end. So it just looks like you made your letters out of little rectangles. Okay, and then for my R, straight line. Now I have a curve here, or I could make it straight like this. It's your choice, whichever one you want to do. Whatever makes it easier on you. So I could do this way and make it all straight lines and no curves at all. And then just erase the letters I started with. But let's say you have a letter that is curvy and you can't help it. Like my last name starts with a B for Birmingham, so I often get called Miss B. So if I write out Miss B, this is a really curvy letter, but I want it to be a block letter. Well, these are easy. The M's, all I need are straight lines. For the R, I can add that curve this time, but at the end of it, I make sure it's straight, and I make sure there's straight lines here and here. My S and my B is where it's get complicated. I'm going to follow the curve, but at the end, put a little straight line. Follow my curve, but at the end, put a little straight line. And I can still have that block letter look, because whenever I come across a little point like this one, I still use those straight lines. Then, of course, erase the letter inside. Nice and easy to do. And then go back and check your work. You never want to just assume you did it right. Go back and look at it. And what I notice I'm missing is I'm missing the holes in my letters here. And I'm missing the little period that you put at the end of Ms. because it's short for Mrs. Alright, so that's how you do block letter and bubble letters. For an advanced trick, if you're interested in this and you want to also make them look 3D, I'm going to show you one more cheat. If you take your bubble letter or block letter and you trace it on only one side. So for this one, I'm going to do only on the left side. by trace around it, making it thicker on only that one side. It'll make it look 3D. A lot of folks like the idea of doing 3D letters, but they don't know how to do perspective. This is an easy way for you to get around that and still be able to have that good look of a 3D letter. All right? I'll show you that one more time. This time I'm going to do it on the block letter, and I'm going to do it all on the bottom. Any part that has a little bottom piece, so I can do that in here too. Down here, there, here, and the bottom of my T. You can do that as much as you want, wherever you want it to be. If you want to do it to the left and up, you have to do both. And you may overlap some of your other letters. It's okay. Don't stress about it. But it will give you that nice illusion of 3D, which I like on my letters. And last one. Okay, and there you go. That's how you get that illusion of 3D on your letters.